What's going on, everyone? It's Colin from Ace Bike Media. I've been working very hard all week to get ready for Creator Camp 2025, put on by the Windman Trails and JT, the Dusty Dutchman. Very excited. We're going to be doing a lot of riding, a lot of content creation, so make sure you guys follow along for that. But in this video, I quickly wanted to show you guys one of the bikes I'm going to be riding probably a majority of the time while I'm up there. This is my State 4130 trail. You guys may have seen like a month ago, I did do a full review on this bike, but I picked up a different frame. It's kind of lame, but I wanted the purple frame. So I got the purple frame. I used some parts off of that build, but then I got some of my own. I had some parts laying around, and I think what I built here is pretty cool. And I quickly wanted to show you guys what I got going on. So let's take a look at this State 4130 trail. Just look at it. I think this thing turned out absolutely gorgeous. State 4130 hardtail mountain bike frame. This is a chromoly steel hardtail. Normally comes with a 130 millimeter fork. I swapped that thing out for a 140 millimeter rockshox lyrik. I actually had this fork laying around. This was on my Stumpy for quite a few years, and I figured, why not just swap the air shaft and throw this bad boy on it, because it was in pretty good condition. I think the gloss black looks really good on this bike. Other than the fork upgrade, I think the wheels are obviously the biggest upgrade I've done to this bike. These are in fact the enve All Mountain 30 AM30 wheel set. This is a carbon wheel set. You can upgrade on State's website to this wheel set for 1,400 bucks. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I've never had a wheel set like this in my entire life. So I'm very excited to try them out. The mosquitoes are freaking insane in the Midwest right now. Yeah, very excited. They were impossible to seat these tires. I don't know if it's just these carbon rims or the tires are extra difficult, or if it was a combination of both, but it took me hours to seat both front and rear tubeless. And then I went over to my Intense, which I'm gonna be racing in dual slalom, swapped out a rear tire in 6 minutes. So I knew it wasn't me being an idiot. It is in fact just how difficult this wheel set and tire combo was to seat tubeless. Drove me mad. I'm actually pretty excited about these cranks too. This is an E13 carbon crank. I forget what the model is. I want to say it's like XCX or something, but it's billed as the lightest mountain bike crank set. It is rated for XC and light trail use. We're gonna push it into the light medium trail use and see how it holds up. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm very excited to have this on the bike. What else? I think you guys are going to be surprised that I am actually running the microshift XLE 1x11 group set still, which is what comes on the bike. I was actually pleasantly surprised with this group set, so I kept it on. And then I realized I actually have a microshift Advent X drivetrain in my basement. So I'm going to swap that out. I just don't have time before Creator Camp, but just that alone is probably going to knock off like 100 grams, which might not sound like much. When you're dealing with steel hardtails, every little bit helps. If you're wondering, I think when I weighed the stock one I got from State, it was like almost 35 pounds. I currently, in this build, have it at 30.5. So I've knocked off, I'd say, a significant amount of weight. And we'll see how that translates into ride feel. Like I said, I have not ridden this bike yet. I'm very excited to be putting it through the paces at Creator Camp. I know a few people mentioned that they wanted to try it. I'm excited to see what they think also. All right, moving on. I probably should have mentioned that I wrapped the carbon enve wheels in the WTB Trail Boss 2.4 tires, which are the tire that you get on this bike if you purchase it from State. I think these tires are a good blend of traction and speed, so I'm going to be running these until further notice. We also have the P&W dropper post. This is also an upgrade you can get from State. I highly recommend getting a dropper post if you're going to get the 4130 trail. The only issue I have ran into is this water bottle cage bolt stops the dropper post from inserting as far as I think it should go. This is as low as I can get it, and honestly I wish I could slam this in here. So what I'm basically getting at is kind of wish they didn't include these, but I can deal with it. The seat still goes relatively low. I have the Charge Spoon saddle on here. I think that's the model that this is. I picked this up at REI for 10 bucks, and I'm totally regretting not getting 2 or 3 of them because this thing is crazy comfortable, and I kind of want them on all my mountain bikes. All right, up front we have Race Face. Next are carbon handlebars with a 35mm rise. This is what I run on my Intense. And then we have a Bergtech, I think it's a 40mm stem. I could be wrong, I don't know. It was on sale, so I stuck it on there. We got some Deity bronze spacers and top cap. I think they look pretty trick. We also got some Wolf Tooth bronze aluminum anodized bottle cage bolts and the Wolf Tooth UDH derailleur hanger. All right, what am I missing? Oh, brakes. I'm still running the Tektro brakes that come stock on this bike. Like I said in my review video, I think these brakes are pretty decent. If I upgrade these, I'll probably end up throwing some Shimano's. I don't know what model, probably just whatever's on sale, because this is kind of just my like budget parts build. When I see some good parts that go on sale, I'll stick them on there. Anyways, I am super excited to get this thing out on the trails. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on it this weekend. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. If you wanna check this bike out for yourself, head over to State's website, use my discount code, you can get 10% off. It helps me and my channel out a lot. I greatly appreciate that. I'd also appreciate it if you guys hit that like and subscribe. That's very cool of you. And I'm gonna probably do a ride review on this bike pretty shortly. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time.